Tzu Chi volunteers in Indonesia partner with the Ministry of Health to hold the rice distribution for its sanitation workers. Peng Yaohua, who has a disabled child, also spreads her love to help the physically disadvantaged in Kaohsiung. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shioda. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program in Indonesia, where Tzu Chi Medan chapter collaborated with the Ministry of Health to distribute rice to local sanitation workers. It was a way to express gratitude for their workers' dedication to the environment.
All of these sanitation workers are coming to receive rice, bringing recyclables from their homes to turn the resources into gold and gold into love.
Tzu Chi encourages us to do recycling together. They ask us not to throw away recyclables as trash.
Tzu Chi volunteers from Medan partner with the government's Ministry of Health to distribute rice for the local sanitation workers to thank their dedication to the environment while reducing their financial burden at the same time.
I really appreciate Tzu Chi. I am very happy because this is what we need.
I thank Tzu Chi for giving us rice. I hope they can continue this event next year.
Since we are the residents here in Medan City, we want to thank these people for maintaining a clean environment for us. We are trying to figure out some ways to help them.
While Tzu Chi volunteers thank these sanitation workers by giving them rice, the workers also repay society through their dedication to the environment, forming a cycle of love.
As 38 Tzu Chi volunteers from 9 countries enter the 4th day of their mission of helping refugees in Serbia, the group broke up into 2 teams. One group went to refugee camps in Subotica and Sombor. The other set about organizing the warehouse in Sid. With the temperature dropping to 5 below 0 degrees Celsius, these winter jackets were quite needed by everyone. On this day of the distribution, the weather has fallen to 5 degrees below 0 Celsius, yet one refugee came to the distribution wearing short sleeves.
I feel so proud because you are so much helping people and you are help us too much. Thank you very much.
Receiving the jackets, the children quickly run back to their room to wear the jacket and scarf. And some children are showing symptoms of a cold. Next, the volunteers head to Sombor, a newly built refugee camp, to distribute winter jackets. A couple in their 20s comes forward to receive their aid items, along with their daughter and a 24-days-old baby.
We were forced to leave our home due to the threats of the Taliban. We hope this year our family can go to Germany or France for better education for our children.
Some of the people have been at the refugee camp for a few months and have had little contact with the outside world due to the remote location of this camp.
Look. Smile. Look. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Two heart. Yeah. Okay.
Up. Yeah. Leaving the threat of bullets behind, these children look forward to coloring their life with love in their hearts. As the end of the year is approaching, Tzu Chi volunteers will head to Jordan to give aid to Syrian refugees. Before they leave, though, the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital held an event to raise money for the refugees.
These coins will be collected for Syrian refugees in Jordan.
When people feel something like this has become normal and regard it indifferently, our children are there reminding us that we can do something about it.
Tzu Chi's mission of education is raising awareness to help Syrian children in Jordan. It has created a ripple effect, and Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital begins to respond.
Everyone can donate some money and buy some food to be sent there.
战争的部分大概都有看到。
I saw the war on TV, so I happened to see this today, and it's a good chance. So I donated some on behalf of the company.
我们台湾其实还是蛮幸福的。
We are blessed to be in Taiwan. I want to bless them so they can be united with their families.
Superintendent Jen Kaohsiung will go to Jordan before the Christmas holiday to give aid to Syrian refugees there. He will want to know if they need medical help.
医疗里面如果少了悲悯
If medical care lacks compassion, if medical care doesn't have sympathy, then this isn't medical care.
The long-term civil war has forced many Syrians homeless. We hope this love from Taiwan will be able to bring some comfort to them.
60% of young people feel the world needs to pay attention to issues like the widening wealth gap between the rich and the poor and climate change. However, discussions of these topics often result in wrong or a lack of in-depth information. Scholars suggest young people to further read up about such global issues as to be aware of the impact such topics have on society.
What do Taiwanese young people care about? Syrian refugees, climate change, or the presidential election in the U.S.?
It's climate change, but I feel I must search for the information from a platform in Taiwan.
最近的话是比较会
I'm more concerned about political issues such as the effects of the U.S. presidential election on us.
对我们的影响有什么。
According to a survey, close to 60% of students from middle school to university feel the wealth gap between the rich and the poor and the climate change are the two major issues the world needs to care about. Upon further questioning, 60% know which country has the most refugees, but only 20% know about climate change agreements.
很多人晓得这个
Many people know these catchphrases, but they don't think deeply enough. When we talk about having an international perspective, we must know about the events that happened and also their effects on Taiwan.
Scholars feel that young people should read the histories of foreign countries to understand their interrelationships with one another. Furthermore, young students should improve their foreign language skills, and only then can they truly understand international issues and a better international perspective.
Also about the extended education of the young people, teachers from Tzu Chi schools in Indonesia came to Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University in Hualien for a 3-day exchange program where they further learned about Tzu Chi's ways of teaching humanitarianism to their students.
Teachers from Indonesia Tzu Chi schools came to Taiwan to see how the teachers at Tzu Chi Senior High School in Hualien use games in their instructions.
momen sharing dan tanya jawab ya. Jadi kita benar-benar bisa mengutarakan
They are very practical, and we learned a lot from them about class management and administration. They even took us to a class to see how they taught. After we go back, it is a good chance to improve our school.
Bukan, lalu dari administrasi juga, bahkan langsung sampai ke
Close to 20 teachers from the kindergarten to the high school divisions of Indonesia Tzu Chi schools came to Taiwan to learn about different teaching methods.
我们的学生学习态度
Our Indonesian students have different learning attitudes. The students here are calmer. Even when the teachers are teaching, they still pay attention to the students' behaviors.
但是他很注意学生的行为。
Through the exchange program, these teachers from Indonesia hope to bring Tzu Chi humanity back to their schools and instill it in their students.
We begin the second portion of our program by meeting an amazing mother, Peng Yaohua of Kaohsiung, Taiwan, who not only cares for her disabled daughter, but also reaches out to other physically challenged people in her community with love.
While nail cutting is a simple action, doing it for a cerebral palsy sufferer can be challenging.
哎，有种啊！他们这种脑麻的，他们的那个自律神经又比较不容易控制很容易动来动去，很敏感。
Cutting the nails of Mingde, who cannot control his feet movement, Peng Yaohua is patient and caring.
妈妈都会说会常常麻烦，我说不会啦，因为
His mother worries that he's troubling me, but I told her not to worry. After all, we are friends from the same church, so I feel peace of mind helping him.
帮助他是自己会感觉像。
In addition, Peng Yaohua cares for others as if they're her own family. She has been encouraging 52-year-old Mingde to go out and exercise.
之前你是不是很少走出来？
对啊，
你都不想走出来外面哦。
对。他认为说他这样子，他都不敢出来见人那样子。他甚至连早餐什么都妈妈帮他们。
Encouraging physically challenged people to go out, Peng visits them one by one.
Physically challenged people need help. I can help them obtain resources.
挨家挨户去找他们出来，然后
Yaohua visits physically challenged people and persuades them. Since she has a disabled child, she knows they cannot be left at home. Many physically challenged children are kept at home in Chisan district. Staying at home, they simply watch TV and eat. However, as a person, they should not live like this for life.
一个人他不应该就是这样过一辈子。中低收入户爱清茶。
Physically challenged people also have rights. Yaohua, who has a mentally challenged child, knows that isolating physically challenged people is detrimental to their well-being.
我教你扫头发好不？8加9。9。
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yaohua's 26-year-old daughter, Pei Rong, is still unfamiliar with basic math. Yaohua asks her to help take photos when she visits other families. She hopes that Pei Rong will learn and grow while helping others.
I
hope to give her a growing experience that widens her scope and knowledge. I also age, so I want to pass on the experience. I definitely hope that she can grow and become independent, even financially.
她能够自己经济成长独立啊。
Where resource is lacking in this remote region, Yaohua, who cares for a disabled child, has brought love and warmth to many physically challenged people and their families.
Next, we meet 12th grader Chen Fangyi, who is studying at Kaohsiung School for Students with Disabilities. Despite her mental disability, Chen works very hard to practice inline skating. Thanks to her dedication, she was honored with representing Taiwan at the 2015 Special Olympics in Los Angeles, California.
要冲过来，进来，
很好，跟着。
This pair of pink inline skates is the most precious thing for Chen Fangyi. She has to rely on it whenever she goes abroad to attend skating competitions.
Last year, I represented Taiwan at my school to attend a competition. I was very happy because I had never been to another country. I never thought about winning the game. I just wanted to go somewhere else to take a look. It didn't matter whether I received the gold medal or not.
Chen said that she didn't care about the gold medal, but actually she's quite ambitious.
I don't know why I feel bad every time I lose the game. I don't even want to smile when taking pictures. Because I don't want to be a loser, I have to skate faster.
She is a very considerate child. Her father works in the garden in the morning. And to support the family, her father also works at a laundry in the evening. Fangyi always goes there to help out.
Chen is listening carefully to the teacher's instruction while devoting herself to the work. She is in the 12th grade and is the oldest child in her family. She enjoys skating and is also good at it. But seeing that she is going to graduate soon, she says,
I hope I can help my mother reduce her financial burden after I graduate. I will earn some money. As for attending competitions, I think I will do it later.
Though Chen calmly says she will put competitions aside for a while, the expression in her eyes is completely different. Instead of showing her passion and confidence on the skating rink, she is now studying hard to learn everything she can because she knows that this is the only chance she can have to help reduce the financial burden for her family.
他们肯吃苦耐劳。
They work very hard. I believe that their positive attitude and energy towards work will help them become competitive in the workplace.
In the past, Chen obtained the gold medal with her inline skate. Now she wants to brighten the future by working hard to serve the public.
According to academic research in the United States, increased interaction with the public helps maintain cognitive function and can effectively reduce the rate of dementia in middle-aged and the elderly people. In response, Taiwan recently has had an upsurge in community activities to encourage more seniors to stay active.
面向这边了，现在音乐开始了。
As soon as the music starts, these dancers pick up baskets of flowers as the Xinhua Wu drum and dance group is beginning their rehearsal.
Our members now average 50 or 60 years of age, as most of them are retired. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, rain or shine, they all come to the Xingda Muk Hakka cultural area to rehearse.
The group has 33 members. Most of them are elderly men, including a retired former Air Force Lieutenant Colonel. Some bosses who own their own enterprise and office workers. Everyone comes here and has a good time.
I joined this activity simply because it's fun.
I used to watch TV until the middle of the night and then go to sleep. Coming here is more interesting, so I decided to make this a regular activity.
On weekdays, they practice, and on the weekend, they participate in cultural heritage or community activities, with all their performances being well attended.
Joining a parade and playing drum is actually quite fun. And if the audience thinks us elderly people perform well, we feel even happier.
At least you'll feel happy when you join a parade. During our practice, of course, you'll get a little bit of exercise.
Whether it's building roots in the community or cultural exchange with other nearby communities, joining these public activities can bring people together. This can become an important social activity for middle-aged and elderly people. It also lays a good foundation for the community and can help provide services and resources as well as a care network.
Whether it's this drum group or just listening to elderly people's story, many of these civic groups are important because they reflect caring. And if they help with health promotion, the government should encourage and support them, setting a standard which will be effective in practice.
Aside from community-based activities, Taiwan has another important force, inspiring middle-aged people, recreational activities such as sailing. A sailboat prepares to depart from Baisha Harbor in Keelung. Age is not important in this activity, as it may in fact be a secret weapon.
I'm 74. When you set out, you are always in a good mood and don't feel tired because the air is very good, and all of our members are quite happy.
Many enjoy participating in the sailing course, learning the language of sailing as well as the actions. 70-year-old Captain Liu Ningsung is training this crew, which is mostly comprised of middle-aged and elderly people, giving them a marine education. And a second-hand sailboat could be cheaper than a car. A sailboat needs at least 4 people to operate, but with these novices on board, it's a rough start, but soon it's smooth sailing. Regardless of age, they can all board a boat and be brave and live out their dreams.
Each problem isn't a problem. It's only in their own mind. Yes, sailing requires some physical strength, but what is more important is the mind, as you need to be graceful and not just brute force. You can't win a tug of war with nature, as you need to take your time.
In fact, if you have a dream, you can do it, especially sailing. I think mountain climbing is much harder than this, as we are actually a team.
From the community to team-oriented recreational activities, many are beginning to rethink what it means to grow older. Maintaining the right spirit and learning new things and bravely accepting new challenges is allowing many in Taiwan to grow old gracefully.
As remaining active for the elderly is important, we take a look at such a community activity in Zhongli, Taoyuan. Every month, seniors from 18 communities come together for a class. This time, they visited a Tzu Chi recycling station to learn about environmental protection.
瓶瓶罐罐纸垫1357，刚好是。
These senior people came to the recycling station to learn how to do recycling.
这个是杂色的。
塑胶，这个应该是我们在家里要听一听，是吧？我们有5大类，可是没有像你们做的这个细。对，我们没办法做这么细。
92-year-old grandpa is learning plastic must be subdivided further by the materials that made them. One must do recycling to protect the environment. These elderly people use the values of their lives to the fullest.
At an eatery in Malaysia, the owner recently offered to let Tzu Chi volunteers use the establishment for a day to raise money for hurricane victims in Haiti.
This is an eatery in Pandan Indah, Malaysia. Usually there are 10 different food stalls operating here. When the owner of the establishment heard that Tzu Chi was collecting money for Haiti, he decided to let Tzu Chi volunteers run the eatery for the day and use the earnings for charity.
Originally, they were going to just rent a single vegetarian stall, but then I decided to just let them use the whole eatery for the day. I'll take the day off and they can sell vegetarian dishes and collect donations for people in Haiti. This will also encourage more people to eat vegetarian here.
At an establishment that usually sells meat, today is different. Only vegetarian food will be available. Over 30 volunteers have mobilized to offer 30 different vegetarian food items for customers. The original stall owners are also enthusiastic about the event.
The victims in Haiti, many have nothing to eat. For people like us that are able, we should do what we can to give a little, not just by talking about it, but actually acting.
The previous stall owners have all become Tzu Chi brothers and sisters. They were cooking meat before. Now everything is vegetarian.
With an activity inspired by love and a desire to help others in Haiti, Tzu Chi is also encouraging vegetarianism here in Malaysia.
Staying in Malaysia at the end of the program, but turning to Johor Bahru, the recycling day at the Taman Suterat Utama community began 4 years ago. This year, local residents invited Tzu Chi volunteers back to refresh their memory of environmental conservation. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.